Semi-final B for the Nations Cup here in Salzburg is underway as they come through here into the spray. Here comes the Swillow, was on the outside, and comes Gran de Rouge. The track's going to narrow here. We're going to be nearly 3 wide. Down towards the first corner, de Rouge in the middle, Swillow on the outside, Miyazono on the inside. Keep an eye out for the Japanese driver. Brilliant stuff, but de Rouge is into the lead around the outside. He's through onto the wall, and he's through into the lead. Lots of overtaking taking place further back as Blajan comes into the mix. De Rouge versus Miyazono, side by side on the opening lap here. They come down in towards the left hand, and de Rouge has got the inside line, but Miyazono's going to hold the line around the outside and have the inside line for the following right-hander, and he takes the lead back away from the Frenchman. This is a heavy braking zone, though, coming down in towards the right-hander. Keep an eye out for any overshoots into here. Keep an eye out for Coque Lopez, who's trying to send it down the inside of Andrew Brooks there. Isn't quite able to make it, as Miyazono makes a really good corner through there, but Coque Lopez runs it a bit wide, as Manuel Rodriguez actually runs it a bit wide, and Mark Pinel and Patrick Blajan also going down the order, so Blajan is going tumbling down.
Into T1, Miyazono goes defensive, de Rouge tries the outside.
Contact!
Oh, there was contact there. There was contact. Miyazono goes wide. Swillow goes through into second too. Miyazono goes from first down to third.
Here's de Rouge, here's Miyazono on the inside, up in towards the first corner. Miyazono sends it wide.
There wasn't contact. Miyazono just got it wrong, Tom.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We both thought there was a bit of contact there, Jimmy, and it wasn't. And now we can see Swillow challenging for the race lead, side by side down the start-finish straight, and he's through into the lead then before the first corner. Brilliant stuff there for Swillow.
De Rouge just about avoiding contact with the back of the English car there, and there goes Miyazono making the best of a situation. The de Rouge tried to get by, was held up by Adam Swillow, and goes, yeah, you know what, I'll come back into second.
The rear tyres will be absolutely toast by the end of this race if they're not too careful, and especially if Swillow keeps on sliding through corners like that.
Swillow hitting 310 k's, but Miyazono doing about 330, goes to the inside, takes a place nice and easy. Swillow then ducks back into the toe of Miyazono.
Right. Oh, look at this.
De Rouge and Swillow now, so de Rouge had to go into the hairpin. Look what that's done. That is just pushed everyone together, and now we have 6 cars within the same shot on the pictures. Here comes de Rouge to the inside, nothing the British driver can do about it, and de Rouge goes back up into second position.
Mariglina, meanwhile, is really close now to Andrew Brooks in P4, so we could see the Canadian being demoted out of the final automatically here this afternoon in semi-final B. A bit of a flick there of the hair for Lopez. His heartbeat's just over 107 beats per minute as things stand, so relatively cool and calm. You can see Andrew Brooks there having to really defend. De Rouge is a little bit wide in the forefront of his shots in P2, but he gathers it up on corner exit. Here comes Andrew Brooks, who's on the inside, 3 wide, nearly down towards the right-hander. In towards the right-hander we go of turn 1. Brooks on the inside, de Rouge on the outside, but he runs it a bit hot. He's into the wall, and here comes Brooks into P2. What a brilliant bit of driving there from Andrew Brooks, but de Rouge is on the outside, but he's still wide. And here comes Swillow trying to find his way back through, side by side between de Rouge and Swillow. Brooks is through into P2. Now the Briton of Swillow is into P3 onto the podium.
Here's a replay, Tom.
Yeah, here we are, down towards the right-hander of turn 1 then. So Brooks on the inside, de Rouge sends it way off into the wall nearly there on the outside. Then it's Brooks versus de Rouge side by side as Brooks got very squirrely on the power. De Rouge had the outside line, but he was again way too deep into turn 2. That allowed Brooks and then Swillow to pull alongside and inherently go past.
Swillow the Brit, there you go, the overspeed, the slipstream here, such a big factor. There's nothing Brooks can do apart from sit there and try and stay with him. And look at Lopez through this last sector. He is so much quicker than the cars in front, and now he's in a position where he'll be able to attack coming down the main straight, coming on to the last lap. Lopez might have played a blinder here.
You can see an incident under investigation there
between
Blajan. Oh, he has! He's very deep. He's into the back of Swillow there. Swillow's off into the right-hander, and Lopez here comes through, side by side as well for third position between Swillow and Lopez, almost into the right-hander. Not quite close enough, but Lopez is now ahead of Rayan de Rouge. Through into the left-hander then we're going to flick it into the right once again on board with Rayan de Rouge. He's a man who's got a point to prove and a final to get into. Takuma Miyazono, what an absolutely brilliant performance from the Japanese driver. Over into the tunnel we go, and the Japanese driver takes victory in semi-final B here in Salzburg for the Nations Cup. Over the line he comes. Andrew Brooks, the Canadian, makes it through in P2. Adam Swillow in P3, and Coque Lopez on the final lap makes it through to the final in P4.